Hello and welcome back to my channel TechSage Academy. Dear friends, in our previous episode of Tkinter series, we have learned how to delete a record from MySQL table. In today's episode, we are going to learn how to enter data into MySQL table. So without wasting any time, let's dive into the programming. So friends, this is the program that we have made so far. This program consists of functionalities of displaying the table and deleting the record from the table. Show table button is used to display the records in the table, and delete record button is used to delete record from the table. Till this point, we have completed the programming in our last episode. Now let's start programming for inserting the data inside this table. So what we are going to do, we are going to create a separate data entry form. In that data entry form, we will be taking 4 entry boxes, 4 entry widgets, in which we will enter the admission number, name, address, and date of birth. There will be a save button in that window. When we click on that save button, the record will be saved into the table. So let us learn how to create a separate window which can be displayed through this window. It will be used as a data entry form. So let's start programming. First of all, I'm going to create a button, insert record. On clicking insert record button, the data entry form will be displayed. So let me copy this button which we have already created, the delete button, and we'll make changes into this delete button. So btn insert record, insert. The row for this button will be 2, column 0. Let's run this program and check. So this is insert record button. I'll change this command. We'll be creating a separate function for this. Let's run this. So when we click on this insert button, a window should be displayed, a data entry form should be displayed, and in that data entry form we'll be entering the data. So let's quickly create it. First of all, I'm going to create a separate function. So here, let's create a separate function, def insert record. Now, in this insert record button, I'm going to create the data entry form. That means a separate window. How to create a separate window? Let's name this window as insert window is equal to tk dot. This will be top level widget. Now, what is top level widget in Tkinter? Top level widget is a separate window which displays apart from your main window. You have a main window program which runs when you run your program, and through that main window you can display a separate window using top level window. Now I want this top level window to be a child of the parent window, the root window that we have already created, so that when we close that parent window, this child window should also be closed. It should not remain entirely separated from the parent window, the root window. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give a parameter that is root. So this will make this top level window a child of root window. Let's give it a title. Insert win dot title. The title is insert record, and just like root window, this will keep on running in main loop. So insert win dot main loop. Let us give it a color. Insert win dot configure bg is equal to blue. I'll give it blue color. And let us define its geometry now. So let's first of all, let's define the geometry. The geometry of this window, I'll take a small window and I want this window to be displayed in the center of my screen. For example, if this is my root window running, when I click on this insert record button, this window should be displayed in the center of this main window, the root window. So I need to obtain few more things related to this. First of all, I'll obtain the screen width. So SW is equal to root dot W info underscore screen width. Screen height is equal to root dot W info underscore screen height. Now let's obtain the X and Y coordinate where I want to display this window. X coordinate. So X coordinate is equal to screen width minus 600 divided by 2, and Y coordinate is equal to screen height 600 divided by 2. Now how it is going to calculate? Let's say the screen width of my window is root window is 1000 pixels. From 1000 pixels 600 will be deducted, so that makes it 400 pixels. 400 pixels will be divided by 2 and will leave a gap of 200 pixels from left hand side, 200 pixels from right hand side. Same is the case with top and bottom spacing. Let's say the height of my window is 800 pixels. So from 800 pixels 600 minus will be deducted. That makes it 200. 200 will be divided by 2. So 100 pixels will be left on top margin and from top margin, and 100 pixels will be given as bottom margin. So this is how we are going to calculate this X coordinate and Y coordinate, and we'll make it display in the center of the screen. So let's design the geometry of this insert window. So insert win dot geometry 600 into let me give it a height of 300 pixels. 300 pixels, 600 by 300 plus what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the X coordinate and Y coordinate into it. So X coordinate plus Y coordinate, and since this whole expression is a string and I want it to calculate the mathematical expressions, I'll give F in the beginning, so that number one, this X coordinate and Y coordinate values which are given in the curly braces as variable should be substituted in the curly braces. Let's connect this insert record function with the button that we have created, insert record button. So this is insert record button. Here I'm going to connect it. Command is equal to insert record. Now this is connected and I'll run this program. Click on insert record button. So you can see that this window is displayed almost in the center of the screen. Now we are going to create labels in this window and entry widgets plus one button to save the record, and if required we will be increasing the height of the window. So you can also adjust the size of this window according to your requirements. So let's come back. So let us create the labels first. LBL admission number is equal to tk.label. The root window in this case will be insert win text to be displayed on this label is admission number. Width of this label is 15. Foreground will be red. Background will be light gray. Font is equal to Arial. Let's say I take 14, and if required will reduce this font. Bold. Relief is equal to solid, and border is equal to 1. LBL admission number dot grid. Row is equal to 0. Column is equal to 0. Pad X is equal to 10. Pad Y is equal to 10. Internal padding iPad X is equal to 5, and iPad Y is equal to 5. So let's run and check whether it is displayed properly or not. I think it is displayed perfectly fine. So next what we are going to do, we are going to create rest of the labels. So I'll just copy and paste this label and change the text. So I'll just copy and paste it. Row for label name is 1. Row for label address is 2, and row for label date of birth is 3. Let's run this and check. So I think they are getting displayed perfectly fine. Now what I want to do, I want to create entry widgets along with them, in which we are going to enter the data. So let's create the entry widgets. Admission number is equal to tk.entry. Parent is insert win. Now text variable, I'm going to take text variable here. Text variable is equal to admission number. I have to define this admission number, so we'll be defining this admission number. And what is the use of this text variable? When we define text variable, the data can be interchanged between the entry widget and the variable. So the data that you enter in the entry widget can be obtained by the variable, can be obtained through the variable, or the data that you give in variable can be updated in entry widget. So that's why text variable is taken. Width is equal to 45. Foreground is equal to red. Background is equal to hash FFFACD for light cream color. And then font is equal to Arial 14 bold. Relief is equal to solid. Border is equal to 1. Admission number dot grid. Row is equal to 0, and column in this case will be 1. Pad X is equal to 10. Pad Y is equal to 10. Internal padding 5. Pad X, iPad X is equal to 5. iPad Y is equal to 5. First of all, let's declare the variables. Admission number is equal to tk dot string var. We'll declare one for name. Name is equal to tk dot string var. Address is equal to tk dot string var. Date of birth is equal to tk dot string var. So we have declared 4 variables for 4 entry widgets. Let's run this program and check if it is displayed correctly. And you can see that this text box, it is this entry widget is going outside the boundaries of this window, data entry window. So what we can do, we can increase the width of this window. So I'm just going to change the width of my window. Let's take it 800. Run. Check. I think this is perfectly fine. So this is entry widget displayed for admission number. Similarly, I'm going to display entry widget for name, address, and date of birth. So I'm just going to copy and paste. This is text variable name, address, and date of birth. Row for name is 1. Row for address is 2 and row for date of birth is 3. Let's run and check it. So I think this is perfectly fine. Now below this, I want to display save button. So on clicking that save button, the data that we have entered in these entry widgets will be saved in the table. So let's create the save button. Btn save is equal to tk dot button parent insert win text is equal to save, width is equal to 10, foreground is equal to red, background is equal to light blue, font is equal to Arial 12 and bold, relief is equal to raised, and border is equal to 2. Btn save dot grid. Now row will be 4 and column is equal to 1. Pad X is equal to 10. Pad Y is equal to 10. iPad X is equal to 5. iPad Y is equal to 5. Let me run and check the position of save button. I think this is fine. And let's now code for the data entry and saving the record. So on clicking this save button, I'll be calling another function, the save record function, and that function is going to save the data that we have entered in these entry widgets into my MySQL table. This is the process that I'm going to follow. So I'll close it. I need to create a function for that. So def save record. And the save record function is a nested function of insert record. See, I'm making this function inside the insert record function. Now, in this save record function, I'll be taking few temporary variables. A for admission number, and this A will obtain the data present in admission number variable. So admission number dot get. N is equal to name dot get. Address is equal to address dot get, and date of D is equal to dob dot get. So whatever data we enter into the entry widgets will be stored in the variables admission number, name, address, date of birth, and from those variables we will obtain that data and store it in A, N, A, D and D. And why we are going to do that? Let's see. First of all, we need to create a cursor object. So cursor is equal to con.cursor, cursor.execute. Now this cursor will execute the command to insert the record inside the MySQL table. So insert into stud values, curly braces, curly braces, curly braces, curly braces, and these should be within single quotes, because the data that we are going to enter inside the table is all characters. Nothing is in numeric form. So that's why we are giving these single quotes here. So the data present between these curly braces will be saved into the table. Now, where do we get data for these curly braces? I'm going to use dot format and these variables a, comma, n, comma, ad, comma, d. So now what will happen? Insert into stud values. Here we have given curly braces. The values given in these variables a, n, ad, and d, which has been obtained from admission number, name, address, and date of birth variable, will be substituted in these curly braces with the help of this format function. And that data is going to be stored in the table. So once data is inserted, I need to give commit command to permanently save the changes into MySQL database. So con.commit, and after commit executes, will display a message box. So tk.messagebox.showInfo record saved successfully. And once this message box is displayed, I'll destroy this insert window. Insert win dot destroy, and then I'll call show table function, which will display the complete table with inserted record. Now let's think about a situation if someone leaves the entry widgets blank and click on save button. In that case, the data should not be saved. Data will not be saved into the table, but a proper alert should be displayed to the user that the user must enter the data into those entry widgets. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use an if condition. If a is equal to blank or n is equal to blank or ad is equal to blank or d is equal to blank, then I display a message box tk.messagebox.showInfo, enter complete data, insert win.destroy, and in else part, that means if all the data is entered, then this function, these instructions of cursor execute, con.commit, insert win.destroy, message box, and show table should be displayed. So let's run and check our program whether it works properly or not. So I'll run my program. Before running this program, I need to call this. So now this save record function has to be called from the save button. So I'll add the command is equal to save record. Now let's run and check our program whether it works properly or not, whether it requires some changes or not. So I'm running this program. This is my table, original table. I'll click on insert record button. So here my window gets displayed. So I'll enter the data 1018/12, admission number, name Vijay Kumar, address Lodi Road, date of birth. Now we need to take care here that the date of birth in MySQL table is entered in the format YYYY-MM-DD by default. So the data should be entered in that form only, and that is why within brackets we have mentioned YYYY-MM-DD. So a little care need to be taken. let's say 2002-12-10, and I'll click on save button now. Record saved successfully and is not displaying any message here, so we need to check. Let's click on OK button, and you can see that the record is saved. Vijay Kumar is saved in the database. Let's check what is the issue with this message box function. Okay, so I have given only single prompt here, and that prompt is displayed in the caption of the message box. So what I need to do, I need to give one more prompt. So on the caption bar, I will display save record, and a record saved successfully will be displayed in the window. Let's run and check again. There's my table. I'll go to insert record, admission number 1019/12, Ajay Singh, address Pratap, Bihar, 2004-05-06. Click on save button, and yes, now the record saved successfully is displayed. So I'll click on OK button, and this record is displayed here. So this is working properly, absolutely fine. And same is the case with the message box of the empty widgets that we have displayed. So let's run and check the empty data. I'll leave these entry widgets blank and try to click on save button, and I get this enter complete data message box. Show table, insert. Let me enter something here, leave one box, again enter complete data. So I need to enter complete data here. Once I enter complete data, the record will be added into the MySQL table. So I think this insert record button is working perfectly fine. So friends, I hope this program to insert record in the MySQL table is clear to all of you. You can now easily add records into your MySQL table. In coming up videos of this series, we'll learn how to modify the existing records in the table. And then gradually we will proceed towards displaying reports. How can we display reports from the table in our Tkinter window or GUI interface? So I hope this video helps you a lot, and you'll be able to make your project works very easily and comfortably, especially class 12 students who are making their computer science or informatics practices project work. It is going to help them a lot. So do give me feedbacks, do give me comments, what I should do more with these videos, what kind of videos you want me to make. Are these videos helping you or not? Subscribe to my channel, click on like button, give comments, share these videos, and do participate in growing this channel. So see you in next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.